We're here at Global Sourcing Expo in Melbourne 2025, and I've got the absolute pleasure now to speak to the Apparel Export Promotion Council from India, and I'm here with the chairman, Mr. Sudir Sekhri. Sudir, it's wonderful to speak to you. How are you?
I'm very good, and we're happy to be here. This is a once a year event, and we've been participating here for the last 15 odd years, and each year has been better than the other.
Fantastic. Now, the Indian apparel sector is so important globally, but here in Australia, that's especially with the recent trade opportunities that are building with ECTA. Tell us about the apparel sector and how its growth is happening here with Australia.
Well, you see, ever since we signed the agreement, the FTA with Australia, where 99% of apparel were covered, our business has started looking up a little bit. But again, it's a process. It doesn't happen one day. So I think over a period of time, we've seen some growth ever since we signed the FTA. And I think it's going to be better in the future.
Fantastic. So is there any specific categories or fashion brands that are starting to grow here in Australia with some of your customers back in India?
Well, you see, what we sell here is more of cotton.
Okay.
Yeah. But then, because of this bilateral agreement, we are importing a lot of wool now from Australia, and I also understand better quality long staple yarn is also being imported now after the agreement.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman. Navin, can I ask you? So, tell us about your company and your role here at the Expo.
Well, I'm happy to be here as part of this delegation and part of this wonderful group of people who have come here to showcase India. I think India is on that cusp, where we can really leverage ourselves and become a global sourcing organization. Everybody looks at other countries, but India is right there, and it is growing, and it is a very stable, very good democracy. So it has very good roots like Australia, and I think we can leverage that, and we can do a lot of business here.
Yeah, I totally agree, Navin. Yes, I think the Australian relationship with India has always been a warm one. Obviously, there's great sporting ties and great rivalries.
Yes, I'm sure you're talking about cricket. And
hopefully you can stay for some of the Ashes coming through.
Yeah. I think now the Ashes have been replaced by India and Australia. I think that's the series which everybody looks at.
Yeah.
And I think the same can be said about the business now. I think India is right there in Australia. I think it's a big market, and we really need to capitalize on that.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah.
And it's a great point, if I can bring back to you, Chairman. So many companies are now looking to diversify their sourcing. They want to make sure that they've got a broader range of suppliers. And as Navin said, I think India has really put its hands up to show why it's such a powerful country and great important sourcing partner.
Absolutely. India is present all across the value chain, right from farm, what our Honorable Prime Minister say, farm to fashion. That's the quote he gives. So we are right from farming till fashion, as opposed to our competition, Bangladesh, Cambodia and Vietnam, who are just garmenters actually. So that is a big advantage that we have over the others.
And one final thing I want to ask as well is about the sustainability. I think India is really doing some great leaps and bounds with sustainable cotton and sustainable things. So can we shed a bit of light on that as well?
Well, sure. Again, this is India's commitment, our Honorable Prime Minister's commitment to be carbon neutral by 2047. And I think, if I remember correctly, we've already achieved whatever was to be achieved by 2030. We've already achieved that target by 2025.
Wow, fantastic. Great. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us, and congratulations on being part of the Global Sourcing Expo here in Melbourne. Navin, thank you so much for being a great valued exhibitor, and hopefully we'll get to have another cricket rivalry coming through next year, I think, if India's back again in Australia.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lawrence.
Thanks, gentlemen.